St. Elsewhere won't be seen tonight, so we can bring you a very special episode of The Gen X-Files. Welcome to the Gen X-Files. I'm Jim.
I'm Adam.
And today's show is another
For the Stepdads.
Oh, your humid old stepdads are
Oh, man.
sitting in a swamp made of their own juices.
Okay, no. It is humid outside.
It is gross.
Southern California has turned into a tropical climate.
Yeah.
And it is disturbing and gross. This is not what I signed up for. I realize this is like the third month in a row we've complained about this.
I know. Well, that's because our complaints are going unanswered, Adam.
That is true.
We want to talk to the manager of this weather.
We want yes.
I mean, I thought I keep hearing about HARP. Keep hearing about, the government controls the weather.
And if we controlled the weather, it would not be so goddamn humid out.
Well, maybe this is punishment from the government for us being bad. It's gross, but we're going to sit here.
Soldier on.
Yes, we are. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Just don't think about your swamp ass.
Ugh. It's under my boobs. Like an under boob sweat.
Yeah, that sucks.
Should not have taken a shower before the show.
No, you do that every time, and
Well,
I
look,
don't know why.
Here's the deal. Either I stink and you have a horrible shower.
You have literally never smelled. Every time that you don't take a shower, you're like, I smell bad. And I'm like, I don't smell anything.
And ironically, every time I do shower, I stink.
Yeah, I know. Why do you use poop-flavored soap?
It's I just reach into the cat box and little soap nuggets.
You know, you get really a lot of scrubbing with the cat litter.
It's very exfoliating.
Exfoliating,
Yes,
thank you. That's what I
the
was
granular
looking for. Yeah.
chunks.
Well, now that we've scared off the entire audience.
So CompuKids, baby.
Oh my God, CompuKids.
I was a CompuKid. I literally went to a program called CompuKids as this young boy, where I learned to make a snake game.
I loved computers when I was young.
We both did.
I hate them now.
Yes. Oh my God. Computers do suck. I mean, look.
It's ironic that at the end of CompuKids month, everything I own is falling apart.
I never had a crash. Ever. With my old computers.
Yeah.
With the first computers.
They used to run so much better.
They were so simple.
Oh,
You had to
yeah.
hand
They weren't
crank
as
them
complicated.
And you put a hamster in to run the RAM, but...
Yeah, I would just shove coal into my steam engine on my computer, and it worked fine, though.
you had to wear overalls.
It knew what 2 + 2 was.
You had a miner's hat on.
Yeah.
But yeah, today has not been a good day for computers.
No, it has been a very awful day, but it's okay. We move on.
It shows you just how integral this stuff is.
Yeah.
You know, like your phone, or your computer, or the internet. Whenever we lose it for like an hour or a day, it's just like, well, what do we do?
Yeah.
Nothing can happen.
Well, I literally I can't do anything without my computer. It really sucks.
But back when these movies were made,
hey, back then computers were awesome.
they were awesome, and every movie this month had some sort of computer graphics in it, and
yeah, it pushed forward the whole CGI in some way.
Yeah, and they all dealt with, look, Tron. Super cool. Everybody wanted to learn what was going on the computer, and we got to go in there and fight with frisbees and motorcycles and tanks.
Yeah, it's just as weird as you think it'd be inside a computer.
Exactly. Bunch of weirdos trying to religion against technology. Can't even get away from it in computers.
Nope.
Boy, and then, oh my God, Last Starfighter, still
so good.
Such an unappreciated 80s classic, just a Gen X classic.
The gem of the month. It's so good.
Lance Guest should have been a bigger star, man.
Yeah, I agree.
He looks so cool now with his beard and stuff.
The gray and he just looks so distinguished.
And Catherine Mary Stewart should have been a bigger star. Just a tragedy for those two super talented, cool cats.
Yeah, I mean we've discussed Catherine Mary Stewart a couple times, and
Yes.
she's been in some great movies. It just sucks. It sucks what Hollywood does to women in this industry. They show a little bit of age, and they're like, no, we got to take somebody that's 20 years younger. Bye.
Well, it wasn't even that. I think with her, I just don't know. And I can attest that she's a super nice person.
Yeah,
it's frustrating sometimes to see such promising actors that do such great work, and they don't really go anywhere, and then other actors who are pretty horrible just keep going and going and going. It's the sports. I'm telling you, man, I cracked it. I cracked it. The whole sports thing. The sports stars going to actors, the reason why they're so effing successful is it's the sports background. It's the competition background.
Yeah,
it's the win, 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 win.
Right.
And artists are lazy. Not lazy, but we don't give a crap about that stuff.
American artists, yes.
Yes. Well, artists aren't going for prizes, right?
No.
We're not going out to get awards. Some people are, of course. But most artists...
Daniel Day-Lewis, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, well, he can't even
I'm
help it.
retired. No, I'm not. I'm going to win another award.
Oh,
sorry.
poor.
He's
Came
great.
out of retirement for his son.
He's great. He's great. I'm just kidding.
You're
I'm
the
just
only
kidding.
guy in America.
Yeah, overrated. Overrated.
Oh, Mr. Lincoln. Oh, Mr.
Look
Sleeping
at
in
me.
a log cabin.
Look how I have a beard.
Ooh, I'm doing a movie for my son. Ooh.
I can't. Ooh, look at me. I can only move my left foot. Ooh. Give me all the Oscars.
I know. What a cheap thing. All he had to do was just sit still and only move a foot. It's the easiest
what's
acting job in the world.
really messed up about that? He did like a year's worth of research into that movie.
Of course he did.
And all he had to do was move his left foot.
Well,
Excuse me, sir. Have you tried acting?
I as an actor, when I used to act, I loved research. I think that part of acting to me was like the only real preparation I did.
No, totally. And I'm giving Daniel Day-Lewis shit
Oh,
when
no,
I
no,
shouldn't.
no.
So, but I mean, yeah.
But
Because I agree. I think that's the most fun part.
when you're playing something that is not you or that you don't know much about.
Right.
Like I had to play a guy who was, he worked with developmentally disabled folks, and he helped them manage their lives so they could live alone. He was like a caseworker.
Okay.
So I did tons of research with different caseworkers and learning all about it because I had to improvise the entire movie.
Oh.
So I had to know exactly.
Right. Yes. Then that makes more sense. Yeah, doing all that research and then being handed dialogue and going, you just move your left foot? Kind of fool yourself, buddy. Kind of fool yourself.
Yeah, cool.
I'm just kidding. I
It's a
love
write-off.
Daniel Day-Lewis. He is amazing. He's absolutely amazing. He's always fun to watch. I mean, I fall asleep to There Will Be Blood every night.
I'll drink your milkshake.
I can't sleep until I hear him scream about a milkshake.
My boy, my son, my boy, my son.
No. I take it all back. I hate him so much.
Anyway, I don't know how the hell we went from computers to Daniel Day-Lewis.
Sorry. It was. I think I led us down a weird rabbit hole. Okay.
Well, because we were about to talk about the weirdest movie of them all.
Yes.
Super Mario Bros.
You know who would have made that movie better? Daniel Day-Lewis.
Definitely. Could you imagine Daniel Day-Lewis as Mario? He'd be more of a Luigi.
They would never find him again because he would have spent 8 years down in the sewer.
Exactly.
And they were like, come on, you got to come shoot the movie. And he's like, no, I'm not done yet.
He's eating mushrooms down in the sewer.
I haven't figured out how to grow 3 times yet. Anyway, sorry.
Hi, Mario.
Why so much hate? Sorry. It's apparently my hatred of my computer is coming out on Daniel Day-Lewis.
Poor, you're venting your computer hate against Daniel.
Yeah.
It's got to go somewhere.
But Super Mario Bros., man, what a weird movie.
Yeah, but also so strange that it was actually entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I liked it way more than I thought I was going to.
Really enjoyed Tron again.
Yeah. It's weird. I like Tron. I've never been in that whole, I love it so much camp.
No, but it definitely bumped up for me this time.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed Tron the most I've enjoyed Tron.
It was weird because it was like watching it for the first time again.
Truly.
Yeah.
I think it's been so long, and there's been just so much, in my brain that I had no idea. And so, it was like watching a movie. And it was, look, like I said, really enjoyable, totally groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Last Starfighter. Chef's Kiss.
Brilliant movie.
Absolutely perfect. And then Super Mario Brothers, weird as F, but entertaining, and what an amazing cast. And kudos to John Leguizamo.
Yeah. I would say it would be really fun to put that on at a party, hanging out with people. Because a lot of people haven't seen it, or they haven't seen it in a long time, and it's like...
It'll be one of those things that it's on at the back of the party, and somebody will be like, what the F is that? And then the next thing you know, 10 minutes later, everybody's sitting there watching it. And they're like, wait a minute. Bob Hoskins is Mario.
Yeah, wow.
Luigi Mario. Luckily, we have somebody that can explain Tron to us.
Yeah, well, the Tron love and why it's so good.
Yeah, we're really
analyze it way better than we ever can.
Look, we're twice in a row. I think we're bringing back guests, which is awesome, and we have a really cool guest coming up right now. We have a very, 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 very special guest today. A good friend of the show. He is a writer, director, producer, business owner, father, husband, friend. An amazing man, all-around Renaissance guy, our good friend of the show, Luis Reyes. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, Luis.
Thank you. I feel like that description could also describe like all of you guys, except for the husband,
father,
business owner.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But thanks so much.
Everybody is a business, right?
That's true. That is true.
I like giving the business.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, we wanted to have you on, Luis, because we have often talked about Tron when we've worked together, and we knew that you were going to kind of pay close attention to this episode, so we wanted to get you on to talk about why you like Tron so much. And I know that you have a correction that you need to...
Yes, I'll make a correction.
Well, let's get the correction out of the way first.
Well, the correction was you alluded to that I was a Tron superfan.
Yes.
And the thing is, I am not a Tron the brand superfan.
Okay.
Like I really hated Legacy.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the animated series. And honestly, I will watch Ares.
Same.
Curiosity. I don't have high hopes, right? However, all your guys' comments about it being a reflection of AI, in fact, actually, even going back to the original Tron, and even Ares being a continuous response to the growth of AI, I think is great. I mean, I think that's wonderful. As art pieces, the only one I like is the original Tron.
Agreed.
So, because when you were mentioning the superfan part of it, it was kind of like maybe you don't quite get it because we'd like to hear from someone who maybe is a super fan of the brand. I'm like, I can't offer that.
Oh no, well, that's on us because I didn't mean that you were a fan of the brand. I knew that you loved the movie.
Yeah.
But it's not like Star Wars. It's not like Star Trek where it is this franchise that has so much to it. It has the one movie that is groundbreaking.
Yeah,
and then trash.
and all your criticisms of that movie are valid. I mean, there's it's not like it's a perfect movie from a artistic point of view, right? It's like the director was a animator who was interested in animated techniques. The fact that he was able to construct this film that had a storyline that I felt was a lot bigger than maybe the techniques he was trying to champion. I think is either an accident of fate or deep down inside he knew what a good story was. He just didn't necessarily know how to express it. Right. So he brought the right people on to do it. The other thing that I thought was noteworthy in your episode was when you mentioned how little actual CGI there was. Because at the end of the episode, you guys said, we could do this whole thing in Blender, but you can't. Because so little of the film is actually CGI.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, that's true.
And the rest of it is kind of this weird animation technique on live action filming, right? Which, again, is that's the part that I really like. I like the forays into CGI. And I watched this video on YouTube about these guys who basically recreated this light cycle scene, which took 4 to 8 months, I think, for animators back then to do it.
Right.
And they did it in a day.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
And I was like, that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But that's not Tron.
Right.
No.
Now, let me ask you, Luis. You saw this in the theater as a kid?
I did see it in the theater as a kid a few times. At the time, my best friend at the time was Miles, who actually ended up being an asshole. But that's okay.
No, not Miles.
No,
so, not Miles.
Take us back, Luis.
I was a hard kid to like. I
probably
had ADD and a little autism, and I saw it in the theater a couple of times, but then of course I saw it on home video, like when it came out. almost immediately.
Well, take us back, Lewis, to little Lewis going to the theater and seeing the movie for the first time. What? Because I can, for me, it was Star Wars. Seeing that changed my life as a little kid.
And it makes sense because you're a little older than me, and I think Adam's a little younger than me, right? So I'm like right in the middle of you.
Yeah,
always got to point that out.
Yeah. Sorry, I said a little.
Just a little. It's not much.
That was a nice lie. Thank you.
So when I saw Tron, I was 8 or 7. Right?
Okay.
And I had never seen anything like this. As you guys noted, no one ever saw anything like this. But there was something I responded to this fantasy world that I didn't respond to when I watched, like, say, The Hobbit animated show, or a lot of somehow I never really got into the fantasy swords and sorcerers and all that kind of stuff. Dragons. I never really of course I watched them, but it was never my thing, right?
Yeah.
But nor was I someone who was attracted to like full on technical sci-fi, right? Like, and even as an adult now I read probably more sci-fi than I ever have in my whole life, and the things I'm gravitate toward are like Gene Wolfe or Octavia Butler or Ursula Le Guin. The thing that's not really about the technical parts of the future that, and so Tron kind of hit my sweet spot. It was like a sci-fi film that had a realistic grounding in reality, and yet still had adventure and wonder to it. So that was the 8-year-old Lewis walking into the theater, and when I walked out of that theater, like, I had been transformed.
Nice. No, I get it.
That's awesome.
Something had happened.
Were you a video game fan back then?
I mean, I was a video game fan. I would not call myself good. Right? Like, I would love to go to the arcade.
Yeah.
I would marvel at the guys who could sit there and get like 3 levels on Centipede. So I was really hand-and-eye coordination was just not my jam, right? So I would love video games, but it was something about being in the arcade.
Yeah.
There was a special thing about just kind of the sounds were going and people were playing, and there was something about that environment that I really liked. So when I saw that in Tron, in Flynn's, I was just like, like you guys were mentioning, like the beginning of the movie, they don't even get into the computer until a half hour in. I was great. I would like to spend time in the arcade.
The arcade was like the casino for kids. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And there was no expectation for gain other than just glory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were talking about like Dragon's Lair or Space Ace. Adam watched a playthrough on YouTube. That game is 10 minutes long.
Yeah,
exactly.
Space Ace, literally 10 minutes.
Somebody else who's describing, like, they were looking for something that was more cinematic. That's not a game.
No.
That is a 10-minute animated show that has a few buttons you could push.
Laser disc with prompts is basically
and funny, it was animated by Bluth,
right?
Who you guys mentioned in the Tron episode.
Yeah. So you do a lot of computer graphics now, and you're very savvy with that type of
I don't do it, but I work with it.
Sure.
That's right. I work with people who do it. And again, I would say the same thing about computer graphics, is that I'm still lukewarm on them. Even with AI, I'm like, sure, yes, AI could do this better than people because it's that kind of medium.
Right.
But you're a creative. You're more of an artist than engineer. So
I would say I'm an artist enthusiast.
Well, no.
Whether my actual art holds water is a completely different question.
I've seen your art. I've participated in it. You're an artist, my friend.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the validation.
So so you've seen Tron. It's changed your life. And what comes afterwards? What you and your best pal, did your best buddy have the same reaction?
I don't think he did. I mean, he likes video games. Well, maybe jerk is a strong word to call somebody who's 8.
Sorry, Miles.
There's a possibility that he could have grown into a wonderful person. So,
Not likely.
but he was better at video games than I was, which, again, for some reason, I think I was okay with that. There were a lot of people who were, like, really mad if people were better at them at video games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he was more enamored with the fact that you could kill people with discs. You know, like it was that
Wow.
it was the sword thing, right? It was like,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
be the knight and the disc is my sword,
Right.
and I'm going to kill people. Where a lot of what I wanted was to kind of be in that environment.
Yeah,
So
right.
he always wanted, like, if we were playing Tron on the playground, he would always want to be Tron. And of course, I would always want to be Flynn, or even Rob sometimes.
Yeah.
Did you get
Ram.
Did you get in like really sexy poses for Ram? Did you notice in that movie that he's like a baby doll?
You know what? I love him. I love that character. I cried when he died. I love him. And he's an interesting actor because it's like I've only probably seen him in maybe 4 things.
Yeah.
But he's been dynamic in all of them. Like, dude, he is very good in Tron.
He's got great range. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's so good, and he gives a character to that person who didn't really like. Listen to the lines he says. They're banal lines, but he delivers them with all this personality, and you're like, I like this guy, right? And so sure, like when he dies and he just goes, are the users real? Essentially, is what he's asking.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Flynn's like, yeah. He's like, good. Now I can. Now I can be
peace. Yeah. It was weird. What did you think of the fact that it was more of a religious-based story than a technical-based story?
I didn't mind that either. Because again, if you're a fan of fantasy, dude, there's no more religious gravitational force other than fantasy is full of that.
Oh yeah.
Right? The gods, whether they're corporeal or not, the magic and all that kind of stuff, it's all religion. It's way more religious, I feel.
Yeah.
Than Tron. Tron, the gods never really encounter. Like Flynn is the only point of contact between gods, and none of them ever believe it.
Yeah.
So he leaves the computer world without any of them knowing that a god walked among them.
Right.
Just like Jesus.
Except
they knew.
Except for that whole Bible thing. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was pretty interesting because the technical way is easy. The religious way is more. It's more accessible, but it's also kind of zagging where other people zig. So.
Yeah, and again, to your point, that's why I liked it.
Yeah.
That if you were going to do a science fiction film about people being sucked into a computer, the obvious way would be to do it in a very technical way, and the way they did it basically in
45-minute shot of him getting sucked inside.
Yeah, they gave lip service and legacy to the religion, and they even made Flynn a bit of a guru in this world. But it sort of lost it for me because I'm like, I could believe in the first film that when Flynn was brought into the computer, he wasn't really brought into the computer. There was he was still converted into something
right
that the computer can understand.
Yes.
Whereas seeing him in Legacy, I was just like, oh, okay, well they've completely abandoned.
Well, they literally lost the plot. It's just the problem is, I think, with a lot of sequels, and especially the Tron sequels, is bigger isn't always better. Like,
exactly.
We just watched, this month we also did The Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
Which, the reason why I love it, it's such a small movie. It takes place in this trailer park and then in space. And it's very few characters, but it's still big adventure.
It's still exactly. It's big adventure, but the film didn't necessarily have to. And that's again why I think we've lost the plot with films nowadays, where it's like, oh great, we're seeing everything. Why are we even watching this in the theater? Because we should just be playing it as a video game.
Right.
Yeah, that
was
created. Right.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, I don't go to the theater very often. We just saw Superman, which was really good.
I saw Superman with Anthea. Yeah.
Oh, nice. She liked it.
She did. I mean, I liked it fine enough. I mean, again, it still had that Zack Snyder punching somebody in the face 40 times in a row, which I thought, you don't need that. Like all the whimsical parts of it, I really liked. It was the fight scenes that I was like,
I mean, technically, he was punching himself in the face.
Yeah. Why are you punching yourself?
Technically, he was punching not himself.
No,
but,
I know.
but,
Yes,
but
yes.
his DNA reflection.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
It was a little bit, but I guess what I was going to say is that one was a little bit smaller too. Like I think,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are getting superhero fatigue because it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And then we have to build up to some giant team up and 3-part thing.
Infinity War was basically like, okay, well
Yeah.
now the entire universe.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
And
What do you do to top that? I mean, you can't.
Exactly. My worry is that with Ares is they're doing that with Tron, bringing it in.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm very intrigued with bringing it into the real world, but I'm cautious about the motivations, and I cannot stand the fact that all of the soldiers are Jared Leto.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that they would be iterative.
Yeah,
but Star Wars already did that with the clones.
Yeah,
and Jared Leto is just a punchable face. So
there's something about him that he's not a good actor.
I don't think he's a bad actor. I think he's just sort of something that I don't want to watch.
Yes.
He is not a person I'd ever want to hang out with.
Yeah.
And that makes me not want to see him on screen.
Whereas like someone like Jake Gyllenhaal has the very same look.
100%.
100% want to hang out with that cat.
A lot less pretentious. Although I will have to give Jared Leto props for Fight Club. He was really good in that.
Oh yeah.
He was very good at taking punches to the face.
Actor. There are many things he was in that are still pretty good. But going back to, I had another thing I was thinking about Tron and the smallness of it.
Yeah.
What I really liked about the smallness of it is that you still had a feeling there was a very large world out there.
Yeah.
Even if you were watching little slivers of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's even alluded to that moment when he stole the broken what are those things called? I used to know what they were called. The big structural
the tank?
Oh yeah.
No, the structural legs with two
the flying
legs.
thing?
Yeah. I thought it was called a something tank or some sort of.
No. It's called like a. It's not a destroyer, but it's like it has a name like that.
Yeah, you're right.
The tanks themselves. Again, I know you guys were dissing the design of it. I actually kind of like the design of that. I also like the design of Sark's ship, and I love the fact that it was just getting disintegrated because that's what happens in the computer world. You could just disintegrate something, and I love that they made a plot point out of it and everything.
Yeah.
But going back to when Flynn stole that thing and he kind of brought it together because he's a user.
Right.
He basically created the code, but he doesn't know the code enough. And this is how code works, right? There could be a little problem with the code that causes a glitch, and that's what happens. There were so many kind of deep cuts on this film that I think a lot of people just didn't really. And as I age, I notice them more and more.
Oh yeah.
That I'm like, oh my God, this is such a perfect representation of a coded world, And even with the strange designs, I know you mentioned the designs of Dumont. By the way, we could talk about Barnard Hughes till the cows come out. I love that guy. He is fantastic. He's an amazing presenter. What's funny is that I was in Oregon for the Ashland Shakespeare Festival. I was doing a project with them.
Mm-hmm.
And at night, one of the rare times I didn't go out and drink, I stayed in and I watched two things. I watched the Richard Burton Hamlet from 1964. Nice. You guys called it a movie. It was a TV show, technically.
Yes, technically.
And Tron, and I didn't realize Barnard Hughes was in both. And I was like, oh my God, I love this guy.
Oh, he is one of my favorite character actors.
But I saw both of those. I didn't intend to see two things with Barnard Hughes in them on the same time, but I did. And I was like, oh. But the design of Dumont when you first see him, and also the design when Flynn finally, when Rom finally does die, and he crashes and he ends up in this kind of weird red light district.
Yeah.
All those designs are amazing, and in my mind I remembered it as far more effulgent. But when I watched it recently, I was like, oh, there are only like one or two. I pictured like dozens of these strange outfits, and it reminded me of the Bauhaus. When you actually look at a lot of images from the Bauhaus or Dada in the middle of the century, I'm like, there could not have been a connection. Like that designer must have been Dada and the Bauhaus, and I just thought it was interesting. But I didn't know that when I was 8.
What? Right.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't an expert on the Bauhaus and Dada when I was 8.
Idiot.
But as I started, I was a theater major, and as I studied more theater and started seeing those things, immediately I was like, Tron. Yeah. So my whole point here is that world is so carefully considered.
Well, yeah.
In a way that I just think is wonderful, and that's why I like it.
Well, it's also one of those movies that grows with you. And like you said, as you get smarter and you learn more, you can glean more of the subtle, little bits and pieces that they put in there. So I love movies where, like Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
Didn't much care for that movie.
Again, great episode because I agreed with everything you said. When you did Ghostbusters 2, I'm like, yes, I like that film too.
But that's kind of Tron for me too, because Tron came around. I was a big Star Wars head, and Tron.
Like 5 years later, Tron came around.
Well, yeah, a couple years after Jedi. So.
Oh, that's right. Well, no, it was before Jedi.
It was
before Jedi. Yeah. So it was in the middle of the whole Star Wars hype, but I was a CompuKid. I was programming. I was going to computer camps, and and so I was really excited for Tron. But I don't know what it was about the movie at the time that I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Because again, I don't think it's a movie for people who like to code. You can appreciate that coders were involved with the creation process, because of all the things in it, but they just kind of dropped them in as like little delightful dollops, like the Pac-Man and the Mickey Mouse and all those Easter eggs that were just kind of like, hey, listen, we know what we're doing.
But with each subsequent viewing, I liked it more. And then the funniest thing is, watching it this time, and as we mentioned on the show, it was like watching a whole new movie. I had no idea. The opening was baffling to me. I didn't know that it started out in the computer. And
yes, and with his first program, what was his name?
Clue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I love that because also the relationship between Flynn and Clue in that game, that scene, is wonderful. Right?
Yeah.
Flynn is talking to him. And also you guys mentioned that he looked like he just came out of the shower. Yeah. I love it. It's a detail that is just so innocuous. Yeah. But it adds to his personality. It adds to Flynn's personality.
It's a very programmer thing to do.
Flynn's a goon. He's a goon.
And then when Clue is captured and he's erased from the grid.
Yeah.
Flynn is like, damn, right? But Clue's not dead. He is dragged in and then is brought into agony, and I'm like, oh my. And again, that was the scene you guys were talking about with the old color scheme, the yellow color scheme.
Yeah.
But I love also the fact that they kept it because Clue is also a neutral character.
Yeah. Right.
It's like is Flynn a bad guy or a good guy? Who knows? I mean, Flynn is not somebody who's automatically like a virtuous person, but he's not an evil person. He just wants to be acknowledged.
Right.
So he's yellow. He's in the middle, and Clue was in the middle, right? And it was through the film that he becomes somebody who does care about other people.
Right.
Flynn is somebody who, and this is what another thing that I think I took away from the film even the first time I saw it, but it grew on me more and more, is that here is a flawed person who is an asshole, who loses his girlfriend because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Cindy Morgan's character.
Yeah.
He like when he first sees Yari in the computer world, he goes, and he says her name, and I totally forgot. But he loved her.
Yeah.
And Alan ends up with her, and Alan hates Flynn because that's the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And that whole dynamic is like all of that's many layers of playability for actors. Right. That scene above the arcade was great because you could tell Alan was the new boyfriend.
Right.
But knew that Flynn was genius.
Yeah.
And Sidney Morgan's character was like, okay, listen, I'm never going to get back together with this guy, but we kind of need him. And it was just such a good dynamic. And then, as you guys mentioned, him screwing around with them in this highly, they're breaking and entering. And he's playing jokes. It's like,
the quiet walking was so brilliant.
So he's the quiet walking was great. So he's such an asshole, and they know he's an asshole. They are, I think, virtuous, and Barnard Hughes, I think, is virtuous.
Oh yeah,
but Flynn is not. And it's the experience in the computer world and the fact, and that's why the kiss with Yari is important because it's his goodbye to her.
Right. Yeah.
It's his. I see. I can do something selfless, and I can walk away from this.
Could have done it with a handshake.
I don't believe it could be. And so Flynn then does this selfless act. He does not know if he's going to be thrust back into the world.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
All he knows is that if I could get in there, I know coding.
Right.
And I could probably deconstruct the coding from within. Right.
This is making me want to watch the movie again.
I think you should. I think a lot about this, Jim.
Have you ever sat down and maybe written an essay or something about your feelings?
Oh, my God. I would love to. I think I would be dismissed as a lunatic. But but I mean, that's why I do think it's important, because I know you guys were sort of deriding that kiss, but I think the kiss is important because I do think it's his goodbye.
Okay.
And of course,
I can see that.
When he is thrust back into the world, and he now is recognized as the owner of these games, and so that's why. And trust me, yes, I'll give it to you. But I think you can understand what's happening. What's happening is that Dillinger was the lesser coder.
Right.
Yeah.
But still good. And
Yeah.
Flynn was the better coder, and they stole all this code.
Right.
So all that really happened was an acknowledgement of who had the code, and so in a legal battle, sure, he gets all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
The whole movie, the point was just to get the rights back to his video games.
Exactly. And you know what? I mean, there have been worse plots of movies.
That's true.
Let me also talk about David Warner for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Please.
I know you guys love him.
Yes.
And I do too. I do. This is not going in a contrary direction.
Okay.
But I want to add a little bit more to the roles he plays, because you guys sort of talked about all the three roles he plays: the master computer program, and Dillinger, and Sark.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the same person.
Oh.
I think they're three parts of the same person, and Dillinger is the sort of human weenie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? Who is, he doesn't know, should I do this? Should I not? And then another part of his brain is like, you should do it and we should control it. And that is the master control program. But between the two of them, there has to be this intermediary. There has to be this execution arm.
Right.
Right? And that becomes Sark, right? And so I think it's very beautiful that they're all played by the same person, because I do think they are the same person.
Oh, yeah.
Just fragmented. And I love that aspect of it. So, going back to the ending, which you guys also poo-pooed. When he comes in and turns on the computer and it basically just says, the game is over.
Yeah.
I love that scene. I love how quiet it is.
Yeah.
I love how isolated it is. And part of me believes that Dillinger is relieved.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because he was seeing where this was going. And he was seeing, and you guys pointed this out in the episode, that it is an AI-dominated world that the master control program envisions.
Well, he lost all control. He
He
lost all control.
Right. And he would have done it himself, but he was too much of a weenie.
Right.
But Flynn went in there and did it. And I
Right.
think there is this moment, and that's why he doesn't have any violent reaction.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't sob. He just sits
Yeah.
and goes, it's over.
Yeah.
And there's a moment in which I think Dillinger can walk away and be a happy man. So in a way, I think it's a happy ending for Dillinger. But anyway, I just wanted to say that too.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
You're convincing me. I want to subscribe to your newsletter.
Before we end here, I wanted to mention the music because you guys did mention. I'm glad you mentioned the trans theme for Wendy Carlos and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because I do think it's amazing, and Wendy Carlos was an innovator in digital music, and it's only been in the last 10 years that I've become a fan of that.
Oh, okay.
So it's only been in the last 10 years that, like, Tangerine Dream. What I love, and you mentioned the disjointed nature of the soundtrack, but what I liked about it was that it sounded like what happens in video games when something happens and it triggers another music cue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I felt constantly throughout that soundtrack that that's what was happening. And it to me, it lent a very delightful transition point.
All right.
For the scenes, right? And I dug it. And I also liked how it's not, and again, you mentioned liking the Daft Punk score for Legacy, and I have to say, I like the Daft Punk score for Legacy more than the movie.
Yes.
And I'm a fan of what
Agreed.
those guys do, and I'm not saying that score is wrong, but I liked the non-orchestral, all electronic nature of what Wendy Carlos was doing.
Yeah.
That it didn't sound like anything that was kind of orchestral in any way, but it did.
Yeah.
In a way, she was kind of getting those sounds out of a synthesizer in a way that other people couldn't. But I also think the melody is beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not a melody that necessarily resolves itself in natural ways, and yet it still works as a whole piece of music, right?
Yeah.
It changes key even within those falls, but it still feels natural.
Epic. No, it does. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to watch. The next time I watch it, I'm going to do it with the music in mind, because you make a lot of really good points.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Of course. Lewis, thank you so much for coming on and taking the time out to talk to us.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have you on again when we cover something of your expertise. And honestly, no bullshit, you really gave us a lot of stuff to think about with Tron, with the music.
Good.
You've changed my opinion. Lewis, is there anything you want to plug? Anything coming up? Or
No, just like keep listening to the Gen X Files. It's great.
Oh, you're the best. Have a wonderful day, my friend.
All right, you guys too. I'll see you later.
Take care, man.
Oh, Lewis.
Oh, man. God, he is a brilliant man.
So smart, he makes me feel like an idiot.
He makes me feel like Mario.
Yes, in a world full of ROMs, he's the clue.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yes, Clue, yes.
I don't know. But what a great dude. Very talented guy, too.
Yeah, very talented guy. He's very, very good at his work.
Very lucky.
We really appreciate him coming on.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a good dude.
Such a good dude. We'll definitely have him on again, and I think we're going to have another surprise guest next month, maybe.
And I'm pretty sure we convinced him to watch Super Mario Brothers, so we'll have to talk to him at some point.
Yes.
And get his opinion on it.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of movies, let's get into it. What movies have you watched this month?
Well, I did go to the theater and I saw Caught Stealing.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, which was really good. Apparently, I caught it at the very tail end of its theatrical run because I was like, "Hey, Jim, let's go see it," and then it was gone.
Yeah,
it was gone.
Made me sad.
Which is weird because it was really, to be honest, it was one of my favorite movies this year.
Wow.
And now, granted, I'm a huge fan of the books.
Yes.
The Hank Thompson trilogy from Charlie Huston, and Charlie Huston wrote the adaptation, so it's definitely not exactly like the book.
I hope. Well, I mean, it didn't do that great. I was hoping they would make the trilogy.
I was hoping so too, but to be honest, the last book is so depressing.
Yeah,
it's just so depressing.
What else has? Did he write? What was that vampire book series?
It was the Joe Pitt case.
Yeah,
books.
was that him too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He did a bunch. I mean, I started originally by I think it was caught stealing.
Yeah.
But he actually had a book before that about guys that clean up murder scenes.
Yes, I remember.
Which is
I read
really
that.
good. But that
really
came out
good.
like a year or two before.
Yeah.
But the Hank Thompson trilogy, the Joe Pitt case books were all very pulp novels, like very short sentences and very poppy and very punchy and in your face. And
Really reminded me a lot of Jim Thompson.
yes, very much so.
Quick reads, really jabby.
Just quick, great action, great plots.
Very noir.
Yeah, good character development. Zigs when you think it's going to zag, and
Nice.
like it's good. They're good.
And how Michael Butler is that it? No, Michael Butler's the guy that does the "Are you ready to rumble?"
No, the director.
No, the kid.
Oh, Aaron Butler.
Aaron
Austin Butler.
Austin. I
Aaron,
knew we'd get there.
because he played Elvis. His name
Yes.
was Aaron in Elvis.
That's it. So Austin Butler, he looks pretty cool. Was he good?
He was so good. It's so weird because I didn't mind him as Elvis. I think the movie had other issues.
Yeah.
I think he did a good job playing Elvis. I think it's hard to encapsulate a man's career in 2.5 hours.
I hate biopics.
Yeah, I mean, I hate biopics. I agree.
Unless they are like Good Night, Good Luck, which
it
takes
is-
place a certain aspect of somebody's life.
Has to be very specific,
Yeah.
and generally people don't do that. They try to cram it too full, and like it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's too much and too little at the same time.
Yeah, but I will say he was really good as Elvis, and the other stuff I've seen him in, because I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is probably only the second or third movie I've seen him in.
Yeah.
Because like the other stuff he's in, and then I looked at his like career, and man, that man's been acting since like 2012, and he's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I did not like Elvis. Mainly not because of him, but mainly because of Tom Hanks.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think the movie itself was not done well.
Well, what I was going to say, I guess the point I was going to make is, in Dune, I did not like the Dune movies. And
I didn't realize he was in those.
for me, Austin Butler, I've seen him, I've liked him, but I've kind of for me, he's been a really good actor searching for the right part.
Yes.
And I'm thinking this is the right part.
Correct. I agree. I think it is. I think he's really good. He's very personable. He's very approachable as like as the character in the action. He's really good. There's a lot of really good emotional stuff that with no dialogue that's really good.
Cool.
You can see, and again, this is from being a fan of the book.
Yeah.
You can see on his face like the workings of like how messed up his life is and the stuff that happened. And it's good. It's really good. It doesn't shy away from stuff. It's brutal, man. The movie's brutal.
Well, it's Darren Aronofsky, right?
Yeah. Who, again, I love Darren Aronofsky.
Well, when I heard he was directing this, it was the perfect fit. Like, I can't think of another director. Maybe Fincher, but those are the two guys
Fincher would do a good job with it,
that
too.
I think could have would understand this series.
And
you know?
it really is a love letter to New York in the 90s.
Nice.
Like the mid-90s. Like, it's so good. But anyway, I really loved it. It was really good. Highly recommend it. Hopefully it's coming out digital soon. So
It's going to go on Stars. I know it. I just know it. Everything that I want to see goes on Stars.
But anyway, it's really good. Highly recommend it when it comes out in digital. It's a fun 2 hours. Phoebe really liked it.
Hopefully they'll make the Joe Pitt Case Files. I would love to see
Books.
that.
Those 5 books are incredible.
Yeah.
They would make a great series. That's what I was hoping because Charlie Houston adapted it. And because I was working for a film sales agency when it was up, and Patrick Wilson had the rights to it and wanted to do the Hank Thompson trilogy.
Yeah.
And
you
we had
told the
talked
story,
about we had talked about it, but it wasn't. Houston was not involved in it at all.
Oh.
And I was like, that's a shame because he's really good. And so I was very happy when it was like Darren Aronofsky was like, hey, adapt your work. And
Well, maybe they'll make Joe Pitt into a TV series.
that's
I think
what
that would
I'm hoping is
like
that
an
they'll
HBO.
they'll do an HBO thing.
Yeah.
You know, like a season for each book, and they could be 6 episodes. Like it doesn't have to be that long because they're not terribly long. But it's just such a rich world.
Totally.
Yeah.
And if you like vampires, it's a very different take.
Yeah.
Speaking of HBO, Superman's now streaming on there. Just want to mention that.
Oh yeah. Highly recommend it.
So good. Second favorite Superman movie of all time.
Yeah.
Tied for second, I would say.
With
Superman
2.
Yeah. But really fun movie. I ended up watching 28 Years Later on Netflix.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it went smaller
Right. Okay.
rather than bigger, which I always think is a smart move for a sequel.
Yeah.
Because they always go the opposite, and 9 times out of 10, it's a mistake.
Yeah.
However, I didn't find this small story very engaging.
No, okay.
I wasn't a huge fan of Aaron Taylor Johnson. He wasn't bad. Nobody was bad in the movie. Nobody was.
Right.
It was basically just a small story about this. It's 28 years later. Pretty much just England is zombie town. Mm-hmm. And it's walled off, and the people that are stuck there have to kind of fend for themselves.
Right.
So there's this island where these people have created a society.
Yeah.
One way on, one way off. When the tide comes up, that path is gone. So basically, it's about a boy trying to save his mom. Mom played by Jodie Comer. She's dying of cancer. But it's like, I don't know, man. It's all over the place.
Okay.
The performances are all over the place. Ralph Fiennes is great, but it's also weird for weird. It's like, it just didn't get, it didn't grab me.
Right.
I didn't dislike it. I didn't think it was a bad movie.
Yeah.
But it didn't add anything to the world of 28 days later.
The 28 world.
And also, I didn't, everybody was like, oh, Cillian Murphy's back. Cillian Murphy. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He's not in it. And if he was in it, I missed it,
Yeah, I don't understand.
I think he's coming back for the next sequel. I know they're doing another one. Maybe the next one will be a little more
interesting. They're doing 2 more.
Well, good. And like I said.
I think the idea was always it was going to be 3 movies.
Sure.
But,
And like I said, not a bad movie. A fairly interesting story. I think Jodie Comer's all of the actors are a little too much.
Okay.
They could have brought down their performances just a little bit. Everybody's trying to kind of outdo each other a little bit. Ralph Fiennes is this crazy doctor, making skull pyramids and stuff, and it's like, okay.
I do want to check it out. I love the first movie so much.
Definitely worth us checking out. There's certain directors that I expect more from. Fincher,
right?
Danny Boyle, Aronofsky, the Coen brothers, people that I hold to a certain standard.
Sure.
And I just didn't feel like this rose to the standard of Danny Boyle's better things, like Trainspotting or the
Boyle can be hit and miss. I mean, when he's really on, he's really on.
Oh yeah,
but
100%.
And
like I said, not a failure, not a bad movie, but just kind of a disappointment.
Didn't quite do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad. But I'm excited to see it. I need to watch it. I'm gonna try to watch it this week.
You should. You should definitely see it. I'd like to hear what you think too.
Do you want to watch some more Halloween-y horror type stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of, we both watched Brightburn. Well, it's an older movie. It came out in 2019. It was a movie that I really wanted to see and then completely forgot about.
Yeah, it never was available on really any streaming stuff, and then it kind of disappeared, and then all of a sudden, last month, it just popped up, and it was like, oh.
It was also really funny because I spent about 20 minutes, half an hour being like, did I see this? I did see this. I didn't see this. And then I came to you, and I was like, did we watch this?
No.
No, I haven't seen it. So I did not see it. I did watch it.
I didn't even know that Elizabeth Banks was in it.
I know. Interesting performance by her, too.
Yeah.
Produced by James Gunn.
It's amazing how many of his actors are in this movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's directed by David Yarovesky, I believe.
Yarovsky?
Is that how you say it?
Yarovesky, I think.
David Yarovesky.
He's done some other stuff. I looked it up because I was curious, but I don't think he's done anything else that's recent.
Well, I was really looking forward to this movie. I think that the concept is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, agreed.
What if Superman wasn't a good dude?
Yeah, what if he realized that his power meant he could do anything?
He's a sociopath, basically.
Yeah.
So, it's basically the Superman myth. This couple that can't have a baby, something crash lands in their yard, and
God sent them a baby.
God sent us a baby. It was also, but I will have to say, it was really cool to see David Denman from The Office playing the dad. He's also on this season of Peacemaker, playing John Cena's brother. Yeah. I really like him as an actor.
You know him from The Office,
yes,
as the man that got spurned.
Pam's old fiance,
whose name I don't remember off the top of my head.
Jubal.
Jubal
Sneeps.
Jubal Sneeps.
Yeah, that was
working in the warehouse.
Oh, Jubal Sneeps.
Jim comes in and steals out Pam.
Oh, Pam and Jubal.
But he's really good, and I, because he was in Rebel Ridge.
He was great in Rebel Ridge.
Yeah, so when he popped up in that, I was like, oh, okay, and he was great in it.
He had a neat twist in that too.
Yeah,
his character.
But him, and then Peacemaker, he's been really great.
Yeah.
And in this, I was like, oh, okay.
He's a very good character actor. It's funny with Peacemaker. He's like, man, getting that role added 30 years to my life because I was such bad shape. And
yeah.
That show.
He's like, forced me to get in shape, and because he was, I mean, even with Rebel Ridge, like he was little chunks.
He's just a big guy.
He's a big dude.
He looked
like he just kind of like he looked like a football player. Kind of let him. So he was like, I don't need to work out anymore.
Yeah.
But he's such a good actor. He was really good in Brightburn.
He was really good. Both he and Elizabeth Banks were good. The kid was really good.
Kid was
Jackson
incredible.
Dunn is his name.
Has he even done anything else?
I don't know. I mean, he probably doesn't look anything like he did in 2019 because he was a boy.
He's 12 feet tall now and he turned black.
And it was cool to see Matt Jones. You know him from Breaking Bad. He was.
He was a Badger. Yeah.
Badger.
That's I couldn't remember what I remembered him from, and it was
And his sister, played by Meredith Hagner, who is you've seen her in a ton of stuff, and Jennifer Holland, who's in Peacemaker, and is also the wife of.
Yeah, she
James
was great.
Gunn.
She was playing the teacher. I was like, oh, that's her. I didn't realize that was James Gunn's wife.
Steve Agee's in it. Michael Rooker's in it. They're all in it.
Yeah.
But
everybody. And it was written by two of his cousins.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, I think another brother and a cousin.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, the movie didn't work because it was a bit slow.
Yeah,
the pacing.
Which I didn't, at first I didn't mind.
No, I like a slow burn.
Slow burn.
A salt burn. That's not Saltburn. That's the other one. That's the Wiener movie. Like I said, the actors were good. It just had kind of this weird gothic vibe to it.
Yeah.
That was a bit over the top.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there was this weird feeling of it was a little bit too much and not enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
You know, it was a little thin. You made a perfect point, man. There is an exact moment where you can pinpoint where this movie loses its way.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many movies where you can literally go, okay, right here. And not to spoil the movie, but it's where the writing got really bad. Right. And the Elizabeth Banks' sister is also the school psychologist. Right. And they're trying to help the kid because he's had lashed out a few times. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to help him. And he just shows up at the sister's house at like midnight. And she doesn't even let him in. He's 12, number one. They're in the middle of Kansas. So, who knows how long it took him to walk there.
Well, you can make it back.
And then she just is like, okay, well, you should go home now. Bye. Then also, and this is what really irked me, didn't call her sister. The whole movie set it up that they were very close and that it was important to them, especially with Elizabeth Banks wanting to have a kid and then finally having a kid. Yeah. But just didn't call her, and then I realized it was because the plot. If she had, the plot wouldn't have worked.
Well, this is a perfect example of the writing serving the plot and not the story. Yeah, because this is so indicative of the X-Men First Class movies. Yeah, all of those movies. Every character is a plot point. It's just so. Right. It's like they took it's just right out of the worst screenwriting handbook. You can't if your story isn't strong enough to withstand these plot holes or whatever, then your story's not strong.
Yeah, then you need to refigure and figure out something else.
And it also seemed that from then on, the writing served the plot rather than the story.
Well, and this is the thing. If you're writing and your characters are suddenly doing things that totally contradict what happened before, right, then you're not serving the story.
And then it just turns into a full-on horror movie. Yeah. And the gore was great. Look, what happens to Matt Jones, the jaw thing, was so disgusting.
So messed up.
So disgusting. And so well done.
But that was again, she doesn't send the kid home, and then he comes home, and the kid's hiding in the closet. Yeah. And he just goes, she was helping me with my homework. Rather than waking up his wife and being like, why the hell is this kid here? Yeah. He just takes him home. Yeah. It's just one bad decision after another.
Yeah. it's the kind of movie that bothers me so much because they wasted such an amazing story.
Yeah.
The potential for this tale of a sociopathic Superman.
Yeah.
I just wish there's certain movies where I'm like, damn it, I wish I could rewrite it and remake it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, great cast, so many things going for it, but ultimately it's just a real disappointment.
Yeah. And I totally, and again, not to spoil anything, but like at the end, like Elizabeth Banks's complete betrayal of him, like it just, again, felt like it just came out of nowhere.
Well, it was also so telegraphed.
Yeah, yeah.
So telegraphed.
I was so hoping when he flew off into the sky with her that she would have another piece of the ship. And then it was like, then they would both die. Oh, look at that. I just wrote a better ending.
Yeah. I will have to say, David Denman's death scene, he was really good.
Oh, dude, yeah. He's such a good actor.
You know, it's just like, but also, too, this kid's super, you're shooting him, he's... Blah, 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 blah.
I know. When especially, like, he literally shoots him in the back of the head with a high-powered rifle.
Yep.
And the kid just goes, what? And he's like, I'm going to shoot you again. I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah.
It's like, what? No, man. You're
Drop
not
the
an
rifle,
idiot.
beg for forgiveness.
You were the one saying there was a problem.
Yeah.
Like,
It was too thick and too thin. There was just so much. It's just a shame. Like I said, it's on Peacock if you want to check it out.
It's worth a see. It just know that about 45 minutes into it, it just falls apart.
Yeah, and you'll probably enjoy it more after hearing us tear it down. But it's just a shame. It's just a shame when you have so many good people coming together and wasting such a great story.
The best part of the movie was the cameo by Daniel Day-Lewis.
Well, I thought the best part was the cameo by Michael Rooker.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's the big T.
And so Michael Rooker actually was in the movie. Daniel Day-Lewis was not, just so you know.
Anyway, so let's move on. So that's basically our movies.
Yeah.
There's probably other crap that I watched, but I can't remember.
Nothing worth noting.
So TV. I wanted to do a quick couple of things before we talk about our main.
Sure.
There's a new animated show on Netflix called Haunted Hotel.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Got Will Forte. It grabbed me. I did not think it was a lot. Some of the creators from Rick and Morty are involved in making this. It was really good. It's a story about Will Forte owned this hotel. He dies. Mm-hmm. He leaves the hotel to his sister, who is a single mom. 2 kids. The kids are great. The hotel is filled with ghosts, including the brother, who's a ghost. And there's a demon trapped in this little boy's body.
Nice.
Jimmy Simpson.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Simpson.
Jimmy Simpson, he's on Always Sunny. He's, just consummate.
Oh, Jimmy Simpson's amazing.
He plays Abaddon, who is this demon who's been trapped in this little Victorian boy's body for like 100. They find him in the woods.
Nice.
And in one of the stories, you kind of find out,
right.
About. It is such an amazing performance, and the weird growth of this character during the day. It's really interesting. They tackle some stuff that is like pretty heady, in a very funny way. Eliza Coupe plays Catherine. You know her; she's a comedian. She's been in a ton of stuff. Skylar Gazondo, you know him. He played Jimmy in. He was in the Superman movie. He played Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, okay.
So he plays Ben, the really weird kind of straight son. But it's got a lot of stuff going on. Really clever writing. I binged it all in a couple of days. Totally recommend it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
And I also just want to mention Futurama's back. Caught a couple of the episodes of that.
Yeah.
It's Futurama.
I do want to mention that apparently the new thing now with networks is to do celebrity game shows.
Yes.
Because now they have Celebrity Weakest Link. There's they brought back Match Game with Martin Short hosting.
Oh. There used to be Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, not anymore. Not since he shot somebody on set. But Martin Short's hosting it. But like Celebrity Weakest Link, like all the celebrity stuff, like celebrity, it just suddenly there was like 5 new celebrity shows.
Well, F them, man.
And it's like the only reason the networks are doing this is so that they can have tax write-offs at the end of the year.
Of course. Well, and
I mean, the money's going to charity, so it's good. But like, come on.
Well, it's like, come on.
I know.
Let us be on the game show.
I know.
Celebrities. Match Game probably my all-time favorite game show of all time.
You should check it out with Martin Short. I haven't actually watched it yet, but apparently it's really good.
I tried watching it doesn't have the magic.
Yeah.
I don't know if they drink on this one.
Probably not.
But the old match game is, if you want a time capsule of the 1970s, get on YouTube and start watching Match Game with Gene Rayburn and his super cool, skinny old pencil-thin microphone.
They have a couple seasons on Amazon Prime, so I totally you should watch them. They're so much fun.
You want to see Jamie Farr drunk and being funny, The Weakest Link, man. I totally forgot that exists. Remember that was like the biggest thing in the world for like 6 months.
It's Jane Lynch is hosting it because she did the reboot thing and it lasted a couple seasons and then it went away. And I don't know. I think it went away because of the pandemic. But all of a sudden it's just like, no, we're just gonna do the celebrity version.
You are the weakest link.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. It just is weird. I mean, I love it because I love game shows.
Sure.
But like, it's like, come on. Like you said, I want to have the chance to be on the show.
Well, they're cheap to make, and like you said,
huge tax write-offs.
And,
huge.
People love seeing celebrities, quoties, be themselves.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
I did go last week. I went and saw 2 tapings of Jeopardy, which was super fun.
With Dan Jennings? Ken Jennings?
Ken Jennings and his brother Dan, who hides under hides under the podium. Yeah.
What's he doing under there?
It was interesting. I got to see the taping of the Halloween episode, which they didn't do anything for. I was real sad. I was hoping that they would have like pumpkins and stuff or whatever, but they did not. But it was fun. I will say, taking the test, because you can take the test anytime now for Jeopardy. It's 50 questions. You have 10 seconds to answer each question, meaning you have to type in your answer. It is so much more pressure. Like sitting and watching the tapings with him reading it to them, I was like, this seems a lot smoother and easier.
Yeah.
Like if you get on the show, I feel like I would be a lot calmer than taking the test I'm doing at home.
Oh, sure. I in the 90s, a friend of mine and I, we drove up and we auditioned for Jeopardy and for Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, yeah.
And the funny thing is, like the Jeopardy one, we were both like out of their first round.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, for the Wheel of Fortune one, we ended up getting like turned around and we were lost inside of CBS and running from like soundstage. It was like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Oh, yeah. Like running from soundstage to soundstage. Some things are taping, some things aren't. Finally, we run into Lou Diamond Phillips.
Wow.
And, it was 90s Lou Diamond Phillips. So
right.
Really
he was big, yeah.
And we're like, hey, do you know where the auditions are for Wheel of Fortune? And he's like, no. And we're like, well, what good are you? And we went, and then at that point, we didn't quite realize. And then we're like, wait a minute. Was that Lou Diamond Phillips?
Yeah, nice.
It was just one of those crazy cartoon things that you could do before 9/11.
Yeah, no, there's so much control now. Like they literally herd you like cattle. And because I did when I first moved out to LA, I did come in because when they were shooting at Sony.
Yeah.
And the only way to do the test to audition was to go in and sit down in the audience and do the test.
Yeah.
And I did, and I was terrible because they would put the questions up on the screen and then you have to write down your answer or whatever. It was bad, but I'm glad they're doing it online now. And with Wheel of Fortune, you literally submit your name and they just select you.
It is a process. Some of these game shows, man, it is a process. To get on Celebrity Name Game, it was like 4 auditions.
Yeah.
And, you get to the last one, and the last one is they're just making a tape for Courtney Cox and David Arquette. So they're like, this is for the big guys. So
Right.
So, by then you're just like, ba, 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 ba. And then you still don't know. I mean, it took us probably a month of auditions and stuff to finally get on there.
And even then, that still doesn't guarantee anything.
No, because the first time that we showed up, we didn't get on. We had to come back again.
Yeah, I didn't. The first game show that I got on, quote unquote, I sat there for 10 hours and didn't get selected.
That is awful.
And it was right in the middle of the pandemic, so it was really awesome. Yeah.
The worst, we did, the other game show I did, I forget the name of it, there was a team. It was a team of like 4 of us.
Yeah.
But they made you bring 5.
Oh, that was with the John Michael Higgins.
Yes.
America Says.
Yes.
That's what it was. America Says, yeah.
And so they have you bring an extra.
They bring in 5 and only 4 get on.
And then it sucked because One of the friends, he and I are very similar types, except he's the younger, handsomer version, and I'm kind of the older version.
How did you get on, Jim?
Well, I think they needed the older demographic because everybody else is young, so let's put Grandpa on there. So he got screwed out. Luckily, we were like, hey, no matter what, if we win, we'll split. And we did win, but we won like 1,000. We didn't win.
Right.
We just won.
Right.
So I think we each got about $200 or something. But that was just, and he not only did they not pick him, he had to leave the studio.
Wow.
It's not like he could go sit and watch it. He had to go sit in the effing car for like 3 hours. No, he wasn't in the car. I think he was outside somewhere away from the studio.
Right.
But it was still, and I was like, can I at least get a shirt for him? And they're like, no, but I stole one.
Nice.
To take, because it was just like, come on, guys.
Yeah,
but I thought that was so cruel.
I am not a huge fan. It's Game Show Network stuff. I'm not a huge fan. John Michael Higgins is hosting a show called Split Second now, which looks so easy. So easy.
Was a joy. He and I had a great rapport. They cut a lot of it out, but he and I joking back and forth. Between takes, he was just like, we had a little friendship going. Nice. And in my mind, same thing with Craig Ferguson. Lovely, lovely guy. I mean, when we won, he gave us hugs, and he was just so supportive.
Well, that was during the Jeopardy taping. Like after the first segment, Ken Jennings would come out and talk to the audience and did Q&A for like 10 minutes, just to chat with people.
Like Drew Carey, so great when because we went to a couple of tapings of that, and he was just so nice and friendly and answering questions and stuff. You have to be a good game show host. You have to be a good guy.
Yeah.
Because you have to be the guy that's like, I want you to win.
Right. You got to,
This, it's like Joel McHale is fine, but he's a little too snarky to be a good game show host.
I will say for the 1% Club, he's grown on me a lot. Yeah. It's really funny because the best part is when the audience makes him laugh because it's hard to make him laugh. But when he does, it's just so takes him by surprise.
I love Joel McHale. Yeah. I just think that, but great friend, I haven't seen him hosting a game show. I just think he might be too sorry. Anyway,
Anyway, game shows. Anyway, that's my life. Game shows. I literally sit on YouTube. My whole YouTube algorithm now is just game shows.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, there could be a lot worse algorithms.
Until I watch one reaction video to some old rock and roll, and then all of a sudden my whole algorithm is people reacting to Paranoid by Black Sabbath.
Nice. The worst is when you watch one of those like body cam videos or arrest videos.
They're viral. Like they just viral in your algorithm. It just seeps through everything.
So easy to get sucked in on those.
It's so awful.
The worst are the ones where that it's a fake. I saw this one where this guy, he's like, "All right, lady, get out of your car." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And then it's totally this little faux play going on. Then finally, he's like, "Why are you putting a robe on?"
What?
He's like, because you're a judge. And he's like, "I'm not a judge." He's like, "That's right.
Yeah.
I'm a judge. You got." And it was like, I'm so sorry.
Whatever.
It's not they don't have any of the, the Axion stuff from the cam.
Right,
it's just,
right.
It's such bad
so
acting.
obviously set up. Yeah.
That's the problem is get better actors for these setups, people.
Yeah. Speaking of body cam, I just read about this. There is a great, I think it's going to be shortlisted for a documentary feature, but it's going to be on Netflix in October. I think it's called The Good Neighbor, but it's about a family in Florida, a white lady who lived next to a black lady with 4 kids, and you end up killing her neighbor and use the stand your ground law, and the whole thing is told from CCTV and body cam footage. Apparently, it is one of the best documentaries in a long time.
I'm very curious.
Netflix, The Good Neighbor, I think it's coming out in October at some point. It's going to get a theatrical release, like a limited theatrical release, but it's going to be on Netflix. So highly recommend it. The article was fascinating, and it looks so good.
Well, I love documentaries, so I can't wait. Well, let's close it out. We're going to talk about one show that we actually did watch and finish.
Yes.
Alien Earth.
Yeah. It was... I really, really enjoyed it.
Me too.
I really like where it went.
Same.
The ending, I felt like it was a little lackluster, but I felt like they were kind of like, we know we're going to have another season, so okay.
It needed an extra episode. There needed to be some resolution.
I think it's all going to be in the... I wouldn't be surprised if there's just another 8 episodes and then the show's done.
Yeah. Well, because if it's going to work within the lore of the Alien universe, there has to be some changes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe. I haven't seen Aliens or Alien 3 in a long time. I have watched Alien fairly recently.
Because we did a show on it.
But, yes. but that... I'm pretty sure that they have left already.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I was thinking about it, and it's like, do we really know what's going on Earth?
Right.
Because, like, with Aliens, I know it's set, like, 70 years after the first movie.
Right.
Because she's in cryostasis or whatever. So it's in, like, 2100 something. But, like, I don't know if those guys, the soldiers and stuff, I don't know if they came straight from Earth or they were somewhere else. And then I just don't know. I feel like Noah Hawley did a really good service to himself in that we don't really know what's been going on Earth during all of the Alien movies.
Look, I love the show. I think that the ending... The ending of this season denied us a climax.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it was a tantric bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because we were waiting, man. We were waiting for the eye to do something. We were waiting for that final confrontation.
Yeah.
And I get it. Cliffhanger City or whatever.
No, yeah, I mean...
But it's too much, man. It's you have the ships coming in. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen the show. Stop listening.
Yeah. Fast forward 10 minutes.
But when they got the ships coming in for the final battle. You have the kids finally uniting together against and realizing that they have the power.
Right, right.
You have the Wendy is in control of the aliens.
She's so good. God, she's so good.
She's Kyle Chandler's daughter. She's a Nepo baby.
She's a better actor than her father.
Yeah. Oh, he's pretty funny.
Oh, no. That's the third one I've shit on.
I really like Kyle Chandler.
I like Kyle Chandler. He's fine.
He's got that homespun thing. That's why he was a coach.
No. Look, he's Kyle Chandler's fun.
Man, Timothy Olyphant was so good in that show.
So good.
And
the guy who played Morrow, whose name I do not remember.
Babu Sise?
Yeah, that sounds right.
If I'm saying his name incorrectly, I apologize. But Babu Sise
was so good.
Oh my God, that last episode, he was Shakespearean.
Oh my God, you better get those kids because I'm gonna burn this place down.
The fight between he and Oliphant, when Oliphant's back is broken.
My God.
Oh Jesus,
so messed up,
but so good. I mean, the kids. You know, all
the kids are really good.
And Samuel Blinken is Boy Cavalier.
Yeah.
What a little asshole.
Oh, my God.
These little feet and going barefoot.
Just the epitome of the I'm better than you, and I'll always be better than you.
His backstory was brilliant because it completely explains him so well.
Oh, yeah. And I totally did not see the fact that dude was... not human.
Yeah.
That totally surprised me.
That was such a great moment.
Such a good reveal.
Oh my God. And
the fact that the big fight was so anticlimactic and so perfect.
Yes. Yeah. Like it was really, really good. It had a great cast. It had enough action, it had enough story. It just really, again, my favorite projects like this are ones that add to the mythology and the history of the universe.
Right.
And this really added a lot, filled in a lot of blanks. And it is, if you're going to do like an alien watch, it is such a neat little detour between the movies.
Right. Yeah. It's really good. I mean, it makes me want to watch the movies again.
Yeah.
I want to sit down and especially Aliens and Alien 3 since I haven't seen them in so long. But I really feel like Noah Hawley's like, okay, well, we have to set on Earth because it is the one thing that hasn't been explored in the Alien franchise.
And a smart way of doing it, too. Because, again, an island. You know?
We're not really seeing Earth.
No, because I was worried it was going to be, the ship crashes and the aliens get out and it's going to be fighting aliens.
It was going to be Predator 2.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, hey, look, there's a couple of PIs that have to go find the alien.
Here comes Danny Glover.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for this ass.
And what's his name? And his...
Ruben Blades.
No, Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton.
And his suit that's 8 times too big.
Yeah, baby. He got that one from... Stop Making Sense, estate sale. But yeah, so much fun. If you're a fan of Alien and you haven't watched it, you're going to love it.
It's so good.
I haven't heard any I don't know if there's been any pushback.
I feel like the people that didn't like it stopped watching the first episode, and everybody else since then has been very positive about it. Yeah.
Which I really could not care less what other people think about stuff. More so now. I mean, everything is so polarized and processed through political machines and bullshit
filters and stuff.
Nobody's ever really reviewing the thing.
I know.
They're reviewing their feelings.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. It's only 8 episodes. I was a little. I mean, honestly, I was hoping it was going to be 10.
Yeah.
But it leaves me wanting more, and I want to see where they go with it.
Yeah. After it was over, I ran up to Adam and I was like, "It's not the last one, Adam. Tell me it's not the last one." And he's like, "It's the last one."
Oh, also, I did want to mention. Did you love it that it ended with your favorite band of all time?
Pearl Jam.
Yeah. I wanna be.
That's not a bad Pearl Jam song.
I wanna be. Yeah, I to be honest, it made me realize I was like, oh, after the first album, I really liked some of their stuff, and like I totally forgot about it.
Wouldn't go that far with me, but my ears didn't bleed.
We can't all be right.
So,
But it worked. It worked for the thing, and I just the second it came on, I was like, ooh, Jim's gonna hate this.
I was just dumbfounded at the lack of closure.
The lack of finality.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I didn't even notice what was playing. I was just baffled.
Yeah.
They better effing bring that back. And the thing that sucks is it's now, 2 years until we find out what happens?
Hopefully next summer they will.
Since it is an
do it
FX
again.
show,
Yeah.
it's usually a season. They're kind of a networky thing. They're not like Netflix or
Right.
or HBO, which is like, oh, we'll wait 18 years until the next. It's like Stranger Things. It's
Stranger Things.
Gonna get their Social Security checks
Kids are in
now.
their 40s now.
Smoking. Yeah, remember when
They've been held back 47 years.
remember when we were in the underground?
We should go back to the mall.
I gotta get my hip replaced, and then we'll go get Ragnarok or whatever, Vakula or whatever.
Has that show ended yet?
No, it ends this year.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to end, and then I'm going to rewatch the entire show.
I think I'm gonna rewatch before
Yeah.
the last season.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes.
I really enjoyed Stranger Things.
I have too. I lost track of it because it took forever to come back.
Yes, and yes, it's been years.
Literally years.
The kids are in their 20s now. I mean, that's where we're at. But anyway. So there's your TV.
Yeah. Definitely check out Alien Earth.
Yeah, and Haunted Hotel. Jam through.
Yeah, I need to watch that. Looks super fun.
Exactly. So let's get to gaming, baby.
Yes.
I played a couple of things. I ended up pulling the trigger on Gotham Knights. I've been eyeing that for a while. I'm a big fan of the Batman Arkham games.
Yeah.
Got it for like $5, and it's really fun. It's not Arkham. There's kind of a, it's kind of the same, not the same thing, but I like the structure. The structure is you go out at night, you fight crime, you do story stuff, and then you come back to the Belfry, which is like the Batcave.
And you sleep in your coffin during the day?
And you sleep in your coffin. No, and then you process the information.
Right.
You go to the board. You can make new suits and make new weapons, and you can change the color of your stupid motorcycle.
Do you also make new friends?
No. Well, it's funny.
Well, that's dumb then. I don't want to play it.
Yes, you do make new friends. Because there are little scenes between cooking scenes and stuff to
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And you can pick whichever person that you play, and you can.
Do you have to play them through the whole thing?
No.
Oh, you can switch.
Once you're in the Belfry, you can switch.
Switch between. Okay.
I personally have only been playing as Red Hood.
Okay.
I like it. He's got guns. He's like a big dude. I like the character.
You like the big dudes.
Love my big dudes. So I've enjoyed playing as him.
Yeah.
And the progression, I've enjoyed it. It's been fun. I don't understand. I guess when it came out, there were a lot of issues, technical issues and stuff.
Yeah, there are a lot of glitchy
that they've
things.
fixed.
Yep.
There's been a couple issues, but nothing major. But again, pretty world. It's definitely worth $5 or $10. And I haven't finished it because I got sucked into the next game I'm going to talk about. But if you can pick up Gotham Knights for cheap, I recommend it. It's a fun action game, and it's a good distraction. Now the game that sucked me in a way that I haven't been sucked in a while, and it's really funny because it's an old game, is No Man's Sky.
Right.
Now, No Man's Sky is a Hello Games game. Came out in 2016. It had all of these promises about this procedurally generated universes and all of these things, and it did not deliver. It was an incredible disappointment. People were pissed. The game was buggy. It didn't have any of the stuff that it was supposed to have at launch. But this game this and probably Cyberpunk 2077 are the two greatest redemption stories in gaming ever. And for the last 9 years, Hello Games has just been updating and fixing, and they've surpassed the promises of the original game and created something really incredible. Now, I had played this before.
Yeah.
Probably for like 30 or 40 hours. Like, I played it.
Yeah.
But I never really understood it. It's kind of like Baldur's Gate in a little... not any way, shape, or form gameplay similarities. But in terms of taking a while to kind of rejigger your brain to a different type of gaming. And so they put out this update recently where you can create your own big starship. You build it and you decorate it and blah, blah, blah. So that's what brought me back in. And then I started doing the story. And then I started doing the bits, the things. And it's a perfect type of game for me because there's a lot of customization.
Right.
There's a lot to do. And there's also, you can just go from universe to universe, land on planets and check shit out.
Yeah.
And they're all different. And some of the weird creatures you meet, it's really amazing. And they've created a whole underwater thing now. With underwater creatures. So you can go swimming or make underwater bases or whatever. So there's so much to do. And you do it at your own pace. And it's just the perfect game if you want to just escape for a few hours.
Yeah.
And just be a space guy.
Yeah.
And I think I'm reaching the end of my... Well, I'm not going to stop playing it, but I'm getting a little burnt out.
Right.
Because I went hard on it. Yeah. And once they have these things called expeditions, which are kind of like story expansions. So I did the expedition for the Corvette ship thing. And so it takes you out of the story that you're playing, sticks you into this other story, and you have like different... you have all sorts of hindrances and things. Like you don't have what you have in the main game. So it's almost like a completely different game alongside of it. And you go through that, and you get all of these rewards and stuff, and then you go back to your main game. The thing that I love the most about it, and I wish more games would do this, is it has a completely customizational difficulty system. Where it's not just, story, easy, hard. They have creator mode, which is just strictly do whatever the F you want.
And
they have hard and super duper duper hard. But they also just have, you can pick what you want to be hard and what you don't want to be hard.
Okay.
So I've made it pretty easy on myself. You're like, it's like, I don't really need money and I don't get hurt that much. Because I want to,
Yeah.
But when you do the expeditions, you don't get to do that.
They dictate.
Exactly. Which is great because then I'm like, it made me be like, I think I'm going to ramp the difficulty back up because I like the problem solving of it. There's math problems. There's a lot of, it doesn't hold your hand. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's like Stargate portals that you can go through and there's whole websites that have keys to different portals where things are like the super ship is here. You got to go bird, triangle. It's really weird. But there's this giant community about it, and they continue to update it. And I'm hoping, because the one thing that really bums me out is I completely spaced on all of these side mission things. And they're very time sensitive. Like the Corvette one is only for a few more weeks.
Oh, wow.
And then they're gone. And they bring them back occasionally, but it's like there's so many that I want to try now that I'm hoping. So I think what will end up happening is I'll probably not really play the game, but then once they bring back these
other stuff. Yeah,
these expeditions. Then I'll go back to it. But if you can get it super cheap, every single one of these updates are 100% free. There's no catch, nothing to it.
Yeah.
And if I love sci-fi and space, that's probably my favorite genre. And if you're really into that, you're going to love this game because you could just, if you want, you could just build your spaceship up and just fly around and explore.
Yeah.
But you can also build settlements. You can build bases. You can have a whole fleet of ships that you can send on missions. It's got so much to do that at first it's overwhelming, but once you kind of get your groove going,
right,
and it's just super fun, and you're just living in this world.
Cool. Yeah, I would need to get into it. It's been on my list for a long time. I've owned it forever. I don't think I've ever actually played it.
Well, now is a great time. A great time to get into it because the Corvette mission is really fun, and then building your own ship. I've seen some incredible on YouTube. If you're curious, go on YouTube and search No Man's Sky Corvettes, and you'll see some of these. They've made the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, wow.
They've made the Normandy from Mass Effect. They made the many different variations of the Star Trek ships.
Nice.
And somebody even made a Borg square.
The cube.
Yeah, the cube. Yeah. It's very...
That's funny.
It really lends itself to creativity and building, and that's what I really love about it is it's one of those games that it makes you think. So when you're playing, it gets your brain going.
Right.
And it's not just like punch.
Right.
You got to keep your brain on for this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's cool. Well, that's good. I'm still playing Clair Obscur.
Nice.
Expedition 33. It's so funny. A couple weeks ago, I got through and I was like, oh, it feels like it's coming to a natural conclusion. It was just the end of Act 1. and it's good. It's just funny. Listening to you talk about 28 years later, I realized that a lot of my critiques of Clair Obscur are the same. It just hasn't totally grabbed me.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, and it's designed really well, but for something about the game that just hasn't totally grabbed me yet.
Because you hate French people.
And I guess. I don't like art, I guess. I don't know.
No, I get. Look, there's a lot of hype to this game.
Yeah.
You are not much of a turn-based RPG player.
No, but it's not even just that. It's just the story itself hasn't really grabbed me. And it's interesting. I mean, I like the characters and it's getting I'm getting more into it.
Right.
But I wish that they would have a little more explanation of the world and why it is what it is. I mean, and I complained about this last time, but it's and probably the month before that as well. But it's just one of those. It's if you have the Eiffel Tower in the game, and it looks like it's melting, tell me why the hell that's happening.
Yeah.
And it might eventually.
Yeah.
But it's at this point you've gone through one act of the game. I've played it for 20 or 25 hours. There should be something.
Right.
Something more to it.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I'm interested to. This is a review in progress, I suppose.
Yeah.
But from it's interesting to get another point of view. Somebody who's not necessarily this type of gamer.
Yeah.
Having it suck you in. I think. I want to hear your final thoughts.
Yeah.
Next year when you finally get through it.
Christmas by Christmas, I think. Yeah. But it's I mean it's good enough that I keep playing it and I'm enjoying it, and I definitely have made it way easy, so I barely get hurt when I'm fighting stuff, which is I'm kind of whatever, it's fine.
We want to play the story.
Yeah, I just want to get through the story and see, and it's interesting, but I want to get to the thing and figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And it's I've done the explorations and more world is opening up and stuff is happening, and it's okay, but I just want to get to the point where I can be done with it so that I know what the hell is going on.
All right.
But I'm still enjoying it, but it's just I'm on that depending on how the ending goes, I might hate it and I might love it.
Well, it's an interesting game, though. At least it's eliciting something from you. So
there was another game, my indie pick of the month. I think it's still on sale in the PlayStation Store right now. It's called Observation. essentially, it's a space station, and there's something happens, and you play the AI computer that is helping the people.
Oh, so you're like Mother.
Yeah, or
Hal.
Or Hal. Yeah, more Hal, I think, than Mother, because
what are you doing?
Not
Adam?
to spoil anything, but like, and this isn't even before the credits, but like, you have to go through because like, it's all puzzles because you have to jump around to different modules and like look at stuff and open things up to help this lady, and she's like, all the other people have gone, and then suddenly there's like screeching, and then it goes to black, and she wakes up and she's like, where the hell are we? And you were about 400 miles above the Earth, and then after this thing happened, you're essentially around Saturn.
Oh no!
And it's like she's like, what happened? And then you, as Sam, the AI, goes, I think I did this. And then it's like, and I was like, oh my god! So
that sounds cool.
It's you trying. It's a great little story. I mean, I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know. It might end up being bad, but like, it's been very interesting. The puzzles they're definitely not a hold your hand kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, you got to really get in and try to figure stuff. The controls are a little weird.
Yeah.
I think it takes a little getting used to, but it's really interesting. It was only like $2.50 on sale if you have PlayStation Plus from like $40. So like,
oh, wow.
it is really interesting. I'm curious to get through the end of it and see where it goes.
Well, keep us posted.
Yeah.
You gotta keep going, man.
I know. I just don't have as much time to play games.
You're like Alien Earth. You're just leaving with
I know.
cliffhangers.
Everybody hanging.
No climaxes.
No climaxes.
Well, that sounds really fun. Technically, No Man's Sky is an indie, so that's my indie.
Yeah. It is, and it's great support, and I really like where that's gone. And Hello Games is one of the greatest companies because they were like, we'll prove you guys wrong, your criticism wrong.
What's really funny is they have another game coming out soon called Light My Fire, I think.
Okay.
And they basically made a planet.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a not medieval, but it's a fantasy.
Fantasy type. Yeah.
It's not space, but you build houses and stuff. And it looks incredible. It looks right up my alley.
Right.
The funniest thing I keep saying is, will Hello Games release another unfinished piece of crap? It's like, good God, no.
Come on.
You don't think they learned their lesson?
Yeah.
You don't think? I mean, it's like, let it go. They have definitely made up for the mistakes. And
it's been 9 years.
If they released Light My Fire in the shape that they did No Man's Sky, it's like the stupidest company in the world. And the reason why I know that they're not going to do it is because a lot of the content that we're getting from No Man's Sky is repackaged content that they're doing for Light My Fire.
Right.
The whole shipbuilding bit
well,
is taken from the shipbuilding in Light My Fire. So it's like we're getting benefits from the technology that they're creating for the new game. They're jacking into the old game too, which is so brilliant.
That is a brilliant strategy because you're able to take your player base and have them essentially play test it to make sure it works and that it's good, and then you put it in the new game and then it's amazing.
Yeah. They're such a great company. Them, Lorien, CD Projekt Red.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite companies. They love gamers.
Yeah.
And nothing destroys them more than letting down the gamers and the absolute Herculean efforts that they took to make up for their mistakes makes me love them even more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good towels.
All right, well, we'll be back next week. We're going to do some horror comedies.
Yes, we're going to.
For our Halloweeny time.
We're going to die laughing.
I just turned into a skeleton for a second.
I just turned into a jackass.
Yeah.
But that's what we're calling it.
We're actually starting with Student Bodies. Very, I think, mostly unknown movie.
So obscure. I loved this movie as a kid. Loved it. It was the first horror spoof movie.
Yeah.
Very low budget.
Very low budget.
Very little I remember from it.
Has a very interesting making of story, so I am curious to talk about it.
Yeah, you got to tune in next week for this one.
Yeah. Yeah. But we're also going to be covering After That House from '85.
Not the house with...
not the Doctor House. No. Or the Japanese House, which apparently is a very weird movie.
This is the William Cat from Greatest American Hero House. They did House and House 2. But
and George Wendt.
Yes!
And did you know there were actually 4 House movies?
Kind of. I know there were like some straight-to-vids. There were only 2 theatricals.
I don't know.
Well, we'll find out,
I guess we'll find out. Tune in for our House episode.
Very curious about that one. I haven't seen that since I was a kid. I remember loving it as a kid.
I don't think I've ever seen it. So I'm really curious to see it.
Taking a lot of risks this month.
Yep. And then April Fool's Day, which is one of my favorite horror comedies of all time.
Oh, yeah.
There was one of those that was on like Cinemax or Showtime all the time.
All the time.
And I loved it. It has such a great ending.
It really does.
Such a good movie.
It is one of the most clever horror movies
Yes.
ever made, I would have to say.
And then we're finishing out the month with The Burbs.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite comedies of all time. I don't really consider it to be a horror movie, but it definitely is.
Corey Feldman.
It's the first thing you think of. Corey Feldman. It's such a great movie.
Corey Feldman is on Dancing with the Stars, I think,
Oh, really?
this season. He and not Jimmy Kimmel, Conan's Andy Richter.
Andy Richter?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to tune in for that because somehow he'll make it all about himself.
Yeah, so Andy Richter?
Yes, Andy Richter.
Well, I don't think it's fair because Corey Feldman is such a good dancer. I mean, if you watch his...
Well, then maybe he's going to win. Yeah, but the issue is he going to make it about himself? My favorite thing, I've told this before, but Corey Feldman, they did a video commentary for the Goonies, and all of the kids were there, and at one point Sean Astin's just gone, and someone's like, what's going on? And it was because Corey Feldman was being such a dick to him that he literally left the commentary. We'll be back next week with Student Bodies. Make sure you tune in.
Just want to say thank you again to Luis Reyes for doing us a solid and showing up on the show and giving us some Tron facts.
Really appreciate it. He is an intellectual genius.
Very smart man.
Very smart man.
Smarter than us. That ain't too hard. CompuKids. Beep, bop, boop. Beep, beep, beep. Meow. Burp, burp.
Mario.
Welcome to the... Jesus Christ, I almost said
Welcome to the
Stepdads.
Stepdads.
Oh, boy. Welcome to the Gen X File.
Gen X.
File.
Welcome to Gen X Files.
All right. I'm turning into a zombie.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming, The Facts of Life, already in progress.